Root of Nightmare's Adept raid weapons will be the testbed of Destiny's new Enhanced Weapon system. Basically, you'll be able to turn your hard-earned weapons and imbue them with characteristics of crafted weapons, mementos, enhanced perks, and some customization features. That begs the question, are there drawbacks? Are Adepts worth it? Greetings, I am your Commander Pika, and today let's go over the limitations to enhanced weapons, how to farm, and the perks you should chase. To start, let's go over crafted versus adept weapons and the new system. Crafted weapons allow for complete flexibility at any time with the weapon, acts as an RNG protection system, meaning that you'll eventually get your god roll by playing the raid enough to get deep side versions for the pattern, a bonus of +2 to all other stats, enhanced weapon perks, and a memento slot for a unique title and shader. For adept weapons, you get a +3 to all other stats, access to adept mods, which are either increased potency of normal mods or provide a flat bonus to a stat, the fancy adept name to a weapon, and a unique default shader. With the new enhanced weapon system outlined in their February crafting article, certain weapons, starting with adept RoN weapons, can now change the barrel and mag options, enhance the perks in column 3 and 4, and unlock the memento socket. That sounds pretty good, so adept weapons are better, right? Yes and no. The benefits of enhanced adepts over crafted weapons are +1 to all other stats and access to adept mods. However, the cons are that you can't reroll column 3 and 4 perks, you can only enhance them. So, if adept mods don't interest you and you'd rather a weapon you can customize whenever and however you like, then your goal should be to get the weapon pattern. Additionally, because of this new system, adept Root of Nightmare weapons are in a way worse than previous adepts. Historically, adepts from other sources can drop with multiple perks in each column, allowing for RNG protection or a versatile god roll. These adepts, not the case. Most likely a system limitation when designing this functionality, and also to prevent people from having 4 enhanced traits to swap around on the fly. But this change and trade-off is a topic for another day. For now, for those that want the best of the best, their 5 out of 5 god roll, then adept weapons are your goal. Sort of. How I see it, for PvP, you want the adept version to access those +10 stat mods and adept Icarus. For PvE, you want the adept version for special and heavy weapons to access adept Big One spec. Why not primaries? Well, usually your primary weapons are for dealing with minors, red bars, and the occasional major. So you want to increase your damage against them to kill them faster and better overcome damage drop-off, so you'd slot in minor spec. Well, there's no adept minor spec, so there is no need for the adept version. That being said, this is just my stance, because yes, Big One spec will help against barrier champion shields, fighting majors, and adepts give you 1 stat point more. I just personally don't see that as a worthwhile investment to chase the adept version over the crafted for these type of weapons. But of course, if you see that use case where you get your god roll to drop, then by all means. My goal is just to value everyone's time and give them the tools so they can make an informed decision. To that end, let's go over some tips for farming and the perks to chase for PvE and PvP on each weapon. If you are after the adept RoN weapons, you have to do the weekly encounter challenge on master difficulty. You can do the challenge on 3 different characters each week, but you will only be rewarded the same weapon for each. It's unknown if it's tied to the specific week or just a knockout system like previous raids. So, complete the challenge 3 times for free drops, and then buy them from the raid chest at the end of the master version of the raid using your Spoils of Conquest. For unlocking the weapon patterns, make sure to run the raid every week on all your characters on normal mode. Normal allows for encounter chests to drop either weapons or armor. Master makes it so encounter chests always drop armor with a high stat according to the weekly featured one. Loot drops are separate for both raid difficulties, so you can run Master and Normal on the same character each week. For more drops, loot all the secret chests, buy your weekly deep set from the final chest, and activate the nodes throughout the raid for that secret deep site chest at the very end. Previous Master versions have also allowed you to buy repeat weapons from the final chest that have a chance to be deep site. This isn't the case on normal mode though. I haven't confirmed this myself for RoN, but when I do, or if you guys have, I'll pin my findings in the comments. Now, what perks to chase? These will be what I think is best or interesting for each weapon in PvE and PvP. Like any suggestions, don't follow them blindly. Experiment and figure out what you like and what you want to chase. As a reminder, the adept weapons can't reroll their column 3 and 4 perks, but everything else can be changed when made enhanced. So just focus on the perk combinations you want. First up, Rufus's Fury, a strained rapid fire auto. For PvE, 3rd column you are looking for Demolitionist, Rewind Rounds, Reconstruction, or Pugilist. Reconstruction's double mag looks cool, but if you're using a primary weapon all the time, you'll never see it since you're always manually reloading. In that case, I highly recommend Demo or Rewind Rounds. For the 4th column, Hatchling, Paracausal Affinity, Target Lock, Frenzy, or Adrenaline Junkie. Plenty of damage perks to suit your playstyle. Just know that target lock is great for single target damage and perfect aim. It's not great for large crowds or missing shots. For PvP, perpetual motion, moving target, reconstruction, or rewind rounds. Recon can work if you find yourself with a lot of downtime between engagements, but if you find yourself always in the heat of battle, go with the other perks. Fourth column, you have tap the trigger and target lock to win your first gunfight, frenzy and paracausal affinity to help win your next. Next is Mykel's Reverence, a strand rapid fire sidearm. PvE's third column, you have unrelenting, rewind rounds, perpetual motion, and pugilist. Because of Mykel's high stability, handling an intrinsic reload perk, I don't see much value in rewind or perpetual, so go with unrelenting for that great healing benefit. Fourth column, there's hatchling, paracausal affinity, frenzy, and swashbuckler. Damage perks depend on your playstyle, but for a simple damage buff, go with paracausal. For PvP, third column options are perpetual motion, elemental capacitor, and perfect float. Elemental cap really depends on your subclass, so to keep it simple and work with everything, go with perpetual motion. In the fourth column, there's tap the trigger, offhand strike, paracausal affinity, swashbuckler, and frenzy. To help win your first fight, definitely go with tap the trigger. To reward you after and help you with the next, then choose a damage perk or offhand strike for hipfire action. Special weapons, you have Acasia's Dejection, a solar trace rifle. For PvE, third column traits are rewind rounds, reconstruction, and field prep. Because trace rifles are higher damage primaries, I don't think reconstruction is worth it since you'll be using it non-stop with manual reloads. So choose rewind or field prep. Fourth column, you have target lock, paracausal affinity, frenzy, and incandescent. Because the Dares of Eternity trace rifle retrace path also has frenzy and incandescent, I'd opt for the other two unique traits. For PvP, third column has keep away, hip fire grip, and perpetual motion. Keep away is easiest to activate, but all three are great. Fourth column, you have frenzy, high impact reserves, harmony, and target lock. Because of how target lock works, it really only helps you fight outside of your optimal range or the body shot TTK, but really go with what you think is best. Then there's Nessa's Obligation, a void slug shotgun. For PvE, third column traits are Envious Assassin, Reconstruction, 4th times the Charm, Demolitionist, and Repulsor Brace. Those reload perks depend on your build and damage scenario. For the best bang for the buck, go with Reconstruction. For void debuff builds, Repulsor Brace is great. In the fourth column, there's Focus Fury, Orpal, Paracausal Affinity, Frenzy, and Destabilizing rounds. Damage perks really depend on use case, boss scenarios, skill, and ammo. Run and gun, go Paracausal. Champion and boss DPS, Vorpal. To maximize void debuff fun, pair Repulsor Brace with Destabilizing rounds. For PvP, third column only really has Reconstruction for auto reload or Demolitionist. Fourth column, go Opening Shot, or maybe Harmony if comboing buffs to one-shot Body Shot. For heavy weapons, you have Briar's Contempt, a solar aggressive linear fusion rifle. For PvE, third column there's Envious Assassin, Rewind rounds, and Reconstruction for reloads, or Incandescent and Demolitionist for ability builds. I personally don't think Envious Assassin is the play since Reconstruction exists and requires time, not kills. In the fourth column, Frenzy, Paracausal Affinity, Focus Fury, and Surrounded. Unless you have perfect aim or a big crit to hit, I don't think Focus Fury is the play. Choose Frenzy or Paracausal for run and gun. For PvP, third column's only relevant option is Keep Away. Fourth column, nothing's necessary, so Frenzy for more handling. Last weapon, Koraxis' Distress, a strand rapid-fire grenade launcher. In PvE, third column traits are Reconstruction or Envious Assassin for larger mags, Field Prep for more ammo, and Demo or Chain Reaction for an add clear focus. For me, Recon is best because it isn't dependent on kills or ad density, just time. Fourth column has Frenzy and Paracausal Affinity as damage perks and a Hatchling for ad clear. Do not choose Full Court, as it's travel time, not distance, to trigger the damage buff, and it'll never reach a high value due to the GL's high velocity stat. For PvP, make sure to choose Proxy Grenades for greater ease of use in snagging the kill. Third column, go Impulse Amplifier for faster projectiles, or Chain Reaction for getting multi-kills. In the fourth column, no perks are necessary, so either Frenzy to speed up handling, or Full Court if you're yeeting grenades across the map. Hopefully this information helps you out. Let me know the weapons you're chasing and thoughts on this new system down in the comments. And to see my full breakdown of the system when it goes live, make sure to ring the bell and hit subscribe. And maybe swing by the Sundog Gaming Discord if you want to say hi and make some new friends. As always, I am your Commander Pika. Be kind, have fun, and I'll see you on the battlefield.